And we are live straight from.
Hashtag to the South.
We got my brother in the house tonight, Nats man. I'm just giddy, just knowing he's here with me. It feels right. It feels everything's right in the world today.
Glad I made you feel
I have my safety blanket with me. I appreciate JD coming on short notice Easter Sunday. Last week I rolled by myself with the people in comments. It was great last week. So I'm glad you and your wife were okay from last week's bumper cars.
Adventure. Yeah, everything's good.
That's good. That's good to hear. So anything new with you in the hobby world, the world itself, or?
I think we're gonna cover it in tonight's conversation.
Okay.
And I think this is a good topic. Not only for this, I think the topic's good that you're wanting to talk about tonight, and I think it's going to transition into the hobby very much.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
And the reason I came up with this topic tonight is, I was just the last few days perusing eBay and some other places looking for some Pete Alonsos that I don't have. I started just doing some watches on some very overpriced Pete Alonsos. And when I mean overpriced, I should have brought them up, but I don't want to call out people because it's only overpriced to me. Somebody else, it might be perfectly fine. I don't know. It's in the eye of the beholder. But I mean, $5,000. I've talked about it before by buying the flip and not the card. So $5,000 for an orange auto of Pete Alonso 2019. What's up, Doc? In the house. Which I feel is I'm not paying. He is not a Hall of Famer. He's two-time All-Star. Yes, he's leading this year in home runs, which wins you nothing. He's Pete Alonso. I'm on the fence. I've had some people at least put me on the fence that he has a shot at being a Hall of Famer. But man, those numbers have to stay where they're at for many years. He's done better with the glove, but it's a 10 and it's an orange, which I think is numbered to 75. I'm still not. I don't care if it was a 101. I'm not paying $5,000 for a guy that hasn't done anything. He hasn't been in MVP voting. He hasn't, nothing like that. No Silver Slugger, no Golden Glove.
That's outpriced. It's outpriced in that class as well.
Yeah, and I mean it doesn't. That price makes no. But I'm watching it because what happened is I did the same thing with a Father's Day, right? Numbered to 75 or 25, blue, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That guy had it for thousands of dollars. I ended up buying it for 150, right? 125. Because the person came to reality with the rest of us to what that card is. And but as I'm looking at these cards, right? I'm like, as soon as I started popping in on cards, and here's for example, earlier in the week, or actually last week, this card right here, this is this year's. I'm going to take it out of the plastic.
That's funny, Mike.
No, I'm just doing it for instance, and I'm wondering if everybody else is the same way. Let me see. So this card right here, it's a lumber. I've talked about it before. I pulled the Mark McGwire it's going anywhere from 75, 150. It's not it's all over the place. It's a new card, but it's been out now since Series 1 has been out. As soon as I put a watch on this one, I got an offer for like 50. And me and a guy went back and forth, and I think I got it for $35, somewhere in that $40. So I got about half of what it's going for on it. So I feel like I did pretty well. Now next year is probably going to be a $10 card, but good luck trying to find it, right? You kind of got to buy some cards when they're available. You might have to overpay, but now it's in my collection. I don't have to worry about it. And that's a card I really like. I did another one today of the Polar Pete short print with him and the polar bear on the card. Same, and I got it for $33. But I'm starting to get all of these offers now. Even the orange one. It was only a couple $100, and I'm wondering, you got the NHL playoffs are going on right now. NBA playoffs going on right now. Baseball, we're in a month into the season, maybe. So, and it's a long season, right? To most people, 162 games. We're starting
October 1.
Right. So we're getting into that grind, right? We're starting to grind. And to a lot of us, we loving it. This is bring it on. Bring it on. We want it. I have the baseball package. I usually have a game on all day long. The next morning, I tell you, if you're having a problem like I have with my channels, with ESPN not having baseball tonight or whatever, I'm having a problem. But the best way I'm getting the next day, MLB on YouTube. It's just MLB. MLB has a channel on YouTube. They have like 8 to 9 minute highlights of every game. And I watch it in 1.75 speed. I'm done with it in 30, 45 minutes. And I've seen all the highlights, even the games I watched, to recapture some of the stuff that maybe I missed. So great way to catch up on your baseball.
It's interesting you brought that. It's interesting you brought that up. I was looking into it a little bit and saw where, all the numbers are in from opening day week this year. An opening day week, between Fox, ESPN, MLB Network, everything is up. Anywhere from 10 to 40% up. And that's just TV. That's not counting the streaming services. They're saying the streaming services, they're up, like crazy.
I've been watching some of the games, and just the feel, even Oakland A's, there's people in the stands at Tampa. I know Tampa's got an ungodly team right now, and you'd be dumb not to go watch them. But everybody's got fans right now in the stands, even bad teams. The Orioles, outside of the rain yesterday, they've had great, Baltimore doesn't have the greatest fans either. I'm sorry. They get better at turnouts for who's playing them than than being there for Baltimore sometimes. That's just what does Carlisle had to say. I like watching the Braves highlights on MLB, and if we lose, I just watch it backwards.
Well, the main demographic, is 18 to 49, and that's what they're hitting on, and they're killing it. They're killing it, and they say part of the reason is the new rules. The pitch count, they say, is the biggest thing. Is the pitch count.
So I'll talk about this for a minute. Yeah. Didn't watch the Phillies today. Had to go old school and listen to the radio due to being on stupid Peacock. Now, I know Nats man has to listen quite a bit to his Nats on the radio.
I have to go satellite radio.
Yeah, when it gets down to the Mets start playing in the South, I have issues. I do the same thing. But I didn't look yesterday. I just watched the highlights. I was busy during the middle of the day yesterday. But Fox, so Mets were on the Fox, right, yesterday. But Fox shows 2 games So if your team is not the one that's being broadcast in your locale, the other one is blacked out. So, and then here you go, you got to have Peacock for Mike to watch the game today. To me, that's asinine. That's
and the games are shorter.
Right. I mean, that is just I just got off the phone with my dad before I got on here today, and me and him talking about our show. Sorry, everybody. My dad had technical difficulties on Monday last week. We just decided to skip it. He didn't get his stuff back running right till Wednesday. So we'll be on tomorrow. Probably be later in the day when I release it, but it'll be St. Louis Cardinals. And we're going to talk about some of the stuff that I'm going to touch on now. But so the games, I love the pace of the games right now. Loving it. I didn't realize how asinine long it was for batters out of the box. I've seen, if you ever watch, was it Jamboy or whatever on YouTube? He had done some funny clips where like people just
out of the voices.
Yeah, and he'll do the bad. He also pointed out that there's been 3 players thrown out since the sticky stuff has started, and the same umpire has thrown out all 3 of the players, including Scherzer.
And Scherzer was guilty as one.
I don't know because he had an MLB guy in the dugout with him the whole time. But anyway, I don't know.
Well, the batter, the batter being in the box, what was it like if it's less than 8 seconds and he's not in the box, it's an automatic ball. That's huge.
Yeah, and I mean that's
huge.
Well, these guys need to be in the box. I mean, as little kids, you put 1 foot out, you got the sign. You put it in, I blame Nomar Garciaparra with the glove thing. That started this whole dancing around, doing
it's ridiculous.
And then, right. And baseball used to Kyle Eskery was Scherzer banned for I just don't like the umpires getting into the game as much as they are. We're getting to know their names, and I don't want to know the umpires' names. We're
is it for making the calls? Is it making the calls for the new rules? Is why?
I think that, and also if you watch, I was watching. So I watch all the Mets games. The Mets are playing the Dodgers, which the Mets have had a hell of a West Coast swing. They're playing the Giants right now. I got it on. So Jose Reyes is on the plate. Pitcher comes in, balks. Guy comes in. The pitcher's just standing there like, what the heck did I do? Right? The umpire walks around Jose Reyes and looks right at the pitcher and says, do you have something you got to say? Now, that's not what an umpire is out there to do. An umpire should go, hey, son, this is what you did wrong. Cut it. This is why I called it. That's it.
He just agitated all he did.
Hey, Andrew, what's up? Yeah,
he's supposed to be de-escalating.
Right, and I'm sorry, these umpires outstep. They're all Aaron Hernandez in my eyes right now. All of them need an ass whipping. And Aaron Hernandez is oh my God, a guy for the Giants just dropped the fly ball, Little League. Hey, I know Denby would have caught that fly ball for the Giants. Oh, my God. And it was my man Conforto that dropped it. Angel Hernandez. Ain't that his name, Mike? We all know his name. So the that's just, but get back to the topic. The grind of the season. I think people at the beginning of the season really get fired up for the season. Can't wait. You get antsy. The season's here. Boom. Oh my God, they play every day. Oh, Aaron Hernandez. Right. See, I don't know his name, so that's good. Yes, Aaron Hernandez is the tight end. Did I say Aaron? I meant Angel. Angel Hernandez. So I realize that, and I think some of these people that are on YouTube, on eBay and these other sites selling, and I don't want to call them flippers, because I don't know them, but they're selling stuff. They're realizing, man. And let me tell you, I was looking at the top stuff today. They got Bowman coming out next week, and then, thanks, Mike. They got Bowman coming out next week. And then at the end of the month, they got Heritage coming out, right? Which this year's Heritage, I believe, is 74 design, which is my favorite baseball design. And I know people, it's just when I started collecting, it's close to my dear. But that's it. It's not like what we used to have before, where every other week we had a release here in the last, 5, 6, 10 years. So I'm thinking, and this year's Topps had so many cool inserts in it that they're kind of, the secondary market's kind of eating itself, right? Where it's like, not everything's going to sell, and the second it's kind of shaking itself out. And these guys and his cards are staying out there a little bit longer. They're just
a lot longer than some of my players.
Right. And I've been looking at some Soto stuff too. And I mean, some of these Soto, to me, I'm telling you, that West Coast is getting forgot about. But anyway, I just feel like the grind has already started. And we're in April.
And part of it's the grind of the hobby. I think
that's what I'm more talking about. Is the hobby
these like I agree. I'm in the grind. I'm feeling it. I'm almost ground out. I'm sick of seeing prices. Nobody wants to negotiate. Nobody wants to deal. That's even at card shows. Nobody wants to do that. Card shop. Nobody wants to. All right, then you can sit on a bunch of pictures of guys on it and not sell nothing. Okay, then I won't get to enjoy the hobby. I won't get a card that I want for my collection. You won't make a sale. Then you probably won't be able to pay a bill. But it's just I'm tired. I'm just tired. There's so much, people out there with 10 and 20 different opinions of why the hobby is slowed down. Well, it's the economy. It's this. It's a lot of stuff. It ain't one thing. It's people. We're not restricted to our homes anymore.
What?
That
big league, my man Natsman was asking me what's so big about it this year.
Yeah, what's it say?
It says, I wanted to tell you all that Pat pulled a 23 Topps Big League black full numbered 425 of Julio Rodriguez.
Wow, that's a huge pull. Yeah.
Right. And I'm telling you, Big League is for the kids, right? Or for people that are price conscious about their money, their wallets, right? Which is a great price point. I have not a box, but a blaster that I picked up. I haven't opened yet. I slow open stuff. I have a stack. I got some 92 leaf, 91 leaf to open up here, and 92 ultra. So I got some shiny. I went back in the Wayback Machine, picked up some packs. I went to my card shop, and they I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if they're closing up or score more. The racks are bare, bro. I know they're not getting a ton of boxes in, but they are very competitive with the secondary market. So when they get them, they get rid of it. Yeah, I love Big League. You're right, James. Old kid. You're right. To me, if I'm buying cards, I don't care the price. If they look good, and I think Topps has done 2 sets for this season already for the normal people. They did a Dynasty, I think, release 2. That might have been 22. And they've done both of them very, very well. And I got to commend them for that. But they're spaced out so much. Let's get back to the grind part. That there's not new stuff coming in to rejuvenate the eBay and people wanting to go out and get the same cards are sitting there. and these people have to do something with them to juice it up, I think. And I know basketball and hockey. I know JD said he sold quite a bit of hockey this past month. You know, and he's saying he is pricing it accordingly, and it's selling. He's not waiting for, you know, it's just that's just how it is. So the what is that SC Chrome? What are you talking about?
I want to say this. I noticed there's been some content creators on Instagram that I've noticed where they're putting these cards out, right? And for their, you know, for their Instagram and Facebook or whatever social media. And they're out there and they're putting these cards out there like they just got these cards.
Stadium Club, I got you.
And they're not, because some of them are graded, and you go run the PSA number on there, and you can just like that number's so off from what's coming out now. That got graded 6 months ago, and been holding it, and it's like putting something out on the new shelf, and that's not what's happening with stock. It's like people on social media, to include YouTube, are posting stuff like, hey, this, and this. And it's not really new product. It's stuff they've held. The stuff that's coming out is the same stuff that they've been holding.
Right.
I mean, we got players on different teams in their old team uniforms.
Right. And this is the other thing that's very confusing, right? So James goes, well, Stadium Clubs come out with Big League, right? Yeah, that's 22 Stadiums Club Chrome, right?
We're in 23.
Right, we're in 23. So right now I'm concentrating on the 23 stuff. I pick it up when I see it. When my man Mike shows some stuff that I like, I'll pick it up. If I see it come across my eBay searches and it's cheap, let me tell you, if you hear somebody's robbing eBay this week, it might be me, because I have been collecting nothing but short print Pete Alonso and David Wrights. I mean, I think I got an auto right now at $5 from David Wright. Right now, I'm winning a black for like $15. 2020 Topps Black Green. Yeah, the recently released 2021 Bowman Heritage just got released 2 weeks ago.
That's ridiculous.
So, you know, and it is so confusing on what's going on. That people are having a tough time keeping track of what's going on. And then you got people new to the hobby that how's a card made in 2021 of a prospect card, and they're getting confused of a J-Rod that's a 2021 prospect card from a J-Rod 22 rookie card to a J-Rod 23 second year card that's all getting released at the same time.
Yep.
It
waters it down.
Yeah. And you don't know. And thank God they're marking the back of the cards correctly, right? With the right trademarks and all of that, so people know what year cards they are. Or this would be really a mess. So that's another thing. Beware of what you're looking at and making sure cards are labeled correctly when you go to purchase them. Make sure they're showing the backs. Take a really magnifying look at the backs of them. Look at the trademark. Make sure if they say it's a rookie card, it's a rookie card, not a prospect card, not the second year card. It's kind of hard for me to sit there and tell you that a card that was really supposed to be in 2022. What's up, JD? JD's here. Congratulations on your 1,000, brother. Love it. Another great show from y'all yesterday. 2019 Bowman rookie card, was that? I know
he has first prospect, and
Wander's rookie card now was a year before his rookie was eligibility. He still had a year of eligibility. Same way with Rosarina, right? So Rosarina's rookie card is a year before he won his rookie of the year. Because he didn't have enough at bats. That's confusing too. So you gotta when you're looking at stuff, it's so funny. 2019 Bowman first for Wander Franco. Hey, what's up? See, we talk rookie card, and he shows up. Victor shows up. Me and Victor, we don't agree on everything, but we do agree on a lot. What's happening, Victor?
Hey,
Upper
Vic.
Deck is even further behind. They just finished releasing 2020 hockey product last month. I know, but a lot of that is not Upper Deck's fault. The vaccine was it, yeah. Yeah, so these people that are purchasing stuff right now, that's all funny to me. And then I go back in the off season and I try to catch up on past seasons because right now I'm trying to get as much 2023 colors and everything. And let me tell you, I just picked up. So I don't know if you've seen these Nats, man. It looks like Topps is doing TCGs now. Looks like they're doing the Pokemon rack.
Oh,
So this is called Topps Superbox, right? So
did someone call for Padman?
So you got all the regular stuff, but they also have exclusive silver patterned foil board cards in it. And I'm looking for Pete's, and I was finding these left and right. What's up, Lou Rock? So I was like, what is this? And I started looking it up, and I bought one off of because I wanted to get one to see what it was, what all came in it. Because I also got a button in it that's the Pete Alonso button. I didn't pay much for it. But yeah, so like these are $40. Comes with all these packs, a button, a foil pack over here. I think this is a oversized card in the middle.
Where'd you find it at?
Walmart, right? But I bought one off of secondary market off of Dave and Adams for like $60, I think. 59, and I didn't realize there were 40 in the store until I just happened to go to Walmart today. I had to pick up some more basketball shorts, or when I can't move my shoulder this week, to put on some pants, so the neighbors don't call the law on me when I go out to pick up my mail. And then they had them in there, and I picked up one and didn't look at the price until I got to the register and rang up for 40. So I took it out to the car and went back in and bought another one. Because I didn't realize it was $20 cheaper. And don't worry, I left one on the shelves for the kids. I didn't forget about the kids.
Guys, by humbug, take them all.
So I did pick up 2 of them today, and I got another one coming in the mail. The Panini Monopoly. Yeah, the Panini. Somebody showed where one got opened on Forbes Target or somewhere, and somebody just took the cards out of it. Got one at Walmart too. Yeah, James. So just to let everybody know, when you're looking on the secondary market, Walmart has them for $39.99. So just keep that in mind when you're looking in the secondary market. I didn't think 60 was bad, just because for what's in it, you're getting some inserts, you're getting color variants, you're getting that with the silver pack, right? So you do have that. Yeah, very true, Mike. Very true. Yeah, they're laughing at me. 60, I paid $6,000. Yes, they are exclusives, Victor. That what you were talking about the other day. So this is where I agree with you. I think they're already doing chase cards, Victor. They've been doing them for a while. They're numbered, they're colored. Then when you get them graded, they're even more chases. So exclusive silver pattern foil board cards. So it's like the foil board that you get in the complete sets, maybe.
Yeah.
I have some. I bought a regular one, and I won an orange one. And I don't know if people know what they are because I didn't, and I just need them for my Pete Alonso run, and I was like, well, I ain't got these, so. But it kept saying Super Box exclusives. And then I looked at it and I was like, so are we playing Pac-Man now? I mean, not Pac-Man, Pokemon? Because if you ever look, Pokemon, a lot of boxes come like this.
Y'all heard it here first. Another influencer trying to kill Pokemon this week.
Yeah, me and Jeff called me up and wanted me to talk about him. I haven't watched that, but, I don't know.
I took 10 seconds and had to turn it off.
Hey, Victor, while you're here, I do think the base card's still alive because collectors love the base card, rookies. And as long as that's going on, you're going to have the base card rookie live on and on forever. I think there's more collectors than sellers, or this would be a very other lopsided market the other way. So I think we're doing all right. But I agree with you that they do need to make chases. Yeah, make the rookie card great again. I'm with you. Sorry, Mets game. Oh, geez. So back to the subject at hand. I think.
Where are you at in hobby? Are you feeling the grind? Are you content?
I am happy on one hand because every time I feel down about pricing, right, it makes me refocus. And once I refocus and get my focus back to what I want to collect and then how I'm collecting it, makes me feel better. Now, I do feel a little gut punched because I have to make hard decisions sometimes. Do I buy a bigger card or do I buy since I'm trying to get I'm a Pete Alonso super collector now. I've said it till he gets traded. I think where I'm hurting at is on this. We talked about it before it went on. It's in the entertainment world of our hobby. Where I come on and I made friends. I've been doing this over 5 years now, right? I've grinded on YouTube. I love baseball grind. I love hobby grind. I have enough going on in my hobby world where I don't get bogged down. If I want to, I'll start just collecting nickel cards, and I'm happy with that. I love a dollar card just as much. If it's I've been going through my collection, putting stuff together. Me and Victor talked. I'm going to try to get some stuff together for him, and try to get rid of some stuff that just sitting in boxes. Why have it? Yeah, James, 60 years of grind. I'm 40 years into it now. Yeah, thanks, Pafalzi. I think my is hearing the how different we are on here and what separates us more than brings us together. We're all on here collecting things on cardboard, and yet we find reasons to bring drama to that. How is this a hobby that we have fun with? And I'm sorry I'm getting emo Scott on you here, as Carlos likes to call me. But I've seen some, again, things written in chats, people making videos, things like
people being dicks.
Right. I'm not a Jeff Wilson fan, but Jeff Wilson has a place in his hobby, and people choose to watch him and listen to him and take his advice.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah. And those people are still in the hobby. So it can't be all bad advice. I mean, we think it is because we don't really need it. We hashtag watch the games. Um, I just that's where my grind and that's where my problem lies in the hobby. And I'll be serious for 1 second and we'll get back to laughing and joking. I did not do a Thursday video. If you watch my Wednesday video, it's very robotic. I was kind of happy my dad did have issues on Monday. I was thinking about canceling it tonight. I didn't do a Saturday. Yeah, James, you do. I was gonna turn into James and be on the other side of the camera, enjoying watching. Go on to chats, talk to people. But I still want. We're all influencers, and I want to be an influencer for good of this hobby. I want to be happy. I want to be able to go up and at the national and say, Jeff, thank you for what you do, what you bring to the hobby. Thank you for bringing these different people from different lives into the hobby and let them see other things. Thank you, Jabs, for being who you are, for bringing people into the hobby. We got to remember that part of it. Now, do we have to like everything they do? No. We do not. We do not have to agree, and we can voice it in the opinions down below. But we could do it in such a way that it's not hateful. Open up discussion and dialogue. That's what I like to have. And that's what makes it fun is like, how do you hobby compared to how I hobby? And that's what it's about. That's why I'm going to have people on. I like to know, hey, how do you hobby? I want to know. Because I don't sell a lot, but I'm a lot of people I do. So what makes them different than being a flipper, right? It's all a definition game now. And that's why I don't like to use that term. Because without them, I can't buy the cards that I buy. So the grind right now is trying to find stuff within my means, having a single income, being a single person, living in this day and age of inflation and the market the way it is. And, today I went and bought some groceries, which didn't kill me. I think we're turning a little bit of a corner. Lou Rock said it on his channel the other day. I am not happy that the cards in my hobby is bigger than your hobby. It's a little disappointing when you go to the Walmart and it's $30 or $25 for a blaster. A pack, a big pack's $10, $12, $20, whatever it is. They're almost out. We're going to this where they're pricing out the bottom. I hate to say bottom. The people that are on a fixed income or maybe an income that's all they can do. They don't have.
Or they got their priorities, aligned where they're not spending outrageous amount of money.
Right, because it's
on that.
It's their hobby. It's not their life. Let's grant it. Not most people sit in a dining room that's covered with cards. Not everybody's Scott. And and I love it. I collect and I want to see my collection. I don't want to box it up. Now I know other people do, and that is fine. But a large portion of mine is boxed up. I don't have no choice but to do that. But I just the grind. You asked me that. Now I'm going off on this huge tangent. The grind to me is I've got me refocused. Right now, I used to have a list. Now this list is this big now. It's very, very tight. It's Pete Alonso, David Wright. Working on my Mets tops set that I have. I don't even buy other Mets players because the players leave teams so much. With Syndergaard leaving and DeGrom leaving, man, that really, it was like, does anybody say Conforto? I really love Conforto. But as him as a Giant, he's out on the West Coast. I'm never going to watch him.
It's hard PCing those guys. I'm in that boat. I got a couple of guys I PC on the West Coast, and it's
right. I love watching Soto, and I'll pick up a Soto card when I go to a show if it's at the right price. So I think he's a forgotten guy. I even cut out buying 90s King Griffey's and Frank Thomas cards. I just can't right now. I have to figure out where I'm going to hobby, where I'm going to put my hobby dollars, if I'm going to grade, what I'm grading, what is the purpose of grading. So right now,
grade with? Who you going to grade with? Cause a call.
And that's my next. I have 3 orders out that I just sent this week. Okay, I sent one to SGC, 5 cards. I sent 10 cards to CSG, and I sent 2 cards to PSA. I send them straight to PSA just because the issue I have with JT, it's not JT's issue, it's PSA's issue that they have with JT. So I don't really have a bulk submitter right now that I feel comfortable sending. I know they're out there. I just don't want to tie up a bunch of my cards with PSA right now. So I sent 2 Pete Alonsos just to fit my Pete Alonso collection. That's the only reason. If not, I would have sent them to CSG or SGC. And I'd rather send them to CSG because it's the same size as PSA, and SGCs are so big. But SGC, PSA cards should be back by then, no doubt. Well, the last one, I sent one, Mike, last time, and I got it back within 6 weeks. So this time I'm sending 2. I'm hoping the same thing. I think me and you got stuff with JT. I finally got 1 order back. But anyway, I have 3 different cards out right now with 3 different graded stuff for different reasons. PSA for it to look like my other PSA cards. Still haven't sent much stuff in for the registry because of the pricing.
I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm off camera just a second.
Yep. So I've sent stuff into SGC to keep sent it there for Star Wars. Star Wars. You'll be getting some stuff from me, Mike, if you haven't already got it. My Topps bubblegum wrapper, Bazooka Joe 1979 comic collection I have, and Batman. And then I sent for a couple of baseball cards that I'll put in my resale stack or trading. So
I can't remember when I sent anything off. It's been that long.
Well, I sat here and was like, my buddy sent me 20 for SG or for CSG, and I usually send them to Mike. But I had 5, and I went ahead and sent 10, and there was no need to send them to Mike because I'm also I could send myself at that price. So I had enough to send myself, so I just sent them myself. SGC, I still think they need to come down a little bit. I guess they just hooked up with platinum cards, JD and not platinum, Leighton. Sorry. So sorry about that. Slip of the tongue. Leighton. Usually when we're talking about breakers, it's something bad and it's platinum. Not platinum. Leighton. And Leighton has done this before with PSA. Now they're just going to send them to SGC. So, they're a huge breaking company. They've been doing it since breaking. I think they're one of the first big ones. I used to be in with them. I used to do the bigger cases. when they, when you, because they only send the big cards. So I only did the big stuff. So they pretty much sent out everything. The smaller, I used to do breaks on eBay where I can get all my cards. So that way I got all my Mets cards. Now I'm priced out of all that. I'm not spending now with the Mets having rookies. Who knows how much they're going for? But I used to be able to get those really cheap. I gotten some really nice hits out of them in the years past for Mets collector. But another thing I want to touch on. Now Bowman's coming out next week. Bowman is like price is coming down, but I think it's still $200 and some for. Is it 280 or something like that for the big box? Mike, I'm sure you bought a case. You and Filmington going to do a group break on that one, where you keep everything. But I think it's not a bad price on that. I think us baseball guys have made it tough on the secondary market to really make killing off of it. Topps has blasters on the site. Yeah, Topps has had some stuff on their site here lately. Jumbo is up. Okay, Jumbo is where it's at for getting the color variants and all that stuff. I used to pick up a jumbo box every draft, every Bowman. I can't do it all. Hobby's like $275. Oh, the hobby's $275. Okay. Yeah, because I've seen the hobby on the secondary market now for Topps. It's like down to 179, 159, which is crazy because at the beginning, I think it was started out at like 89 or 90. It was below $100. The other thing I saw Heritage on these secondary blowouts and all of that. I ordered 2 hobby from Topps. We'll probably buy some blasters. I think I saw Heritage for like $149 a box, and I was like, "Holy cow! That used to be like $79 a box, right? $69 a box, 2 times." Oh, you picked up blasters at Top Site? Yeah, I did. As long as you get the free shipping, hopefully it doesn't cut damage. But my local shop was having blasters, was having boxes, but man, this last time I went in, they didn't have much. I noticed too. The other odd thing I saw was Don Ross is coming out here in a week or so at $149 a hobby box, which is almost 2 times, and the Panini Prisms coming out at like $179. That was confusing to me, unless I was seeing one of them was like a choice or something oddball. They got all these different types of boxes that you can buy.
Yeah,
I was a little thrown off because I was looking today just so I can have a little informed on what's going on. Because it just seems like we're not getting the releases here in a couple of months that we've had in the past.
You sure you don't want the Topps Dynasty card?
Don Ross would be weird. No current players. Really? Really? Retired or super young? What is the reasoning behind that? Panini's already... Oh, they lost the Players Association? So is the Panini going to be the same way? I thought I thought the Players Association was through 2 more years. I thought both of them were. Well, why even? Then that box needs to be like $29.99.
I thought they had contract negotiations with the rights this year from Players Union. Seems like in the off season.
if that's the case, then you don't have MLB or Players Association.
Because the saving grace was the Players Association.
Well, yeah, because you can at least do the cards and just white out the team names. I wish they would have seriously took a white put a white marker over team names just a bit. I thought that would have been a funny touch. That would have been a cool variant. But I'm waiting. So is Don Ross? It's got to be. Hey, what's up, Bink? So it's got to be that way with all the Panini product, then, right? Wow, man, that's a tough one to swallow. Why would you even bother? Because you're not up.
Mike should jump on here and educate us real quick.
Because you're not fulfilling any agreements if you don't have rights with either one of them. Why would you waste your time? I would make more wrestling cards. Make more wrestling cards. That's what I would do. Tell me something, Mike. That is very, very curious.
That's wild.
I believe him. Mike would know more than I would. That stuff.
He's in the know.
How much of that product are you going to buy, Mike? That stuff will just sit there if that's the case. Because you would only get prospects and retired players. That's all that's going to be in that product. Oh, the catcher for the Mets finally hit a home run. The first extra base hit for a catcher for the Mets this year. Tied it up. Yeah, so there will be guys like Jackson Holiday and Pete Rose. Yeah. Well, is Pete Rose, he's got his own, like, with somebody. With.
It's called him and his pen. He signs everything.
Yeah. No one with a major league contract. So what are you going to do? Just go to all the independent leagues? I don't buy or collect pajama cards. I plan to buy a solid zero. Yeah, why would you? Who would you be? I gotta buy the Don Ross so I can get the shoeless Joe Jackson. What? Who's doing all this? How many autographs? I think there's a picture of me. They got the anti influencers on this box. Has anybody pulled an influencer card yet? Because I think I got one in my little. That is, I don't understand why they're even making them. I'm dumbfounded. If you offer Pete $50, he'll probably join your show when I bet you he would. As long as he brings his wife, we'll be good. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I want to see the breaks. How much it would be to buy into a break on that?
$2.
We're going to pay you to take these cards. My goodness. So, to end this up with on the grinding part, it gets like this every once in a while for me. It's always when trying to plan out. I haven't been able. I can't go to shows, but why? I don't want to spend any money until I go to the National. I'd rather spend my money there, and people are like, "Why? It's the same cards." Yeah, if I see a card that I want, I will pick it up before then. I think there's more fun at the National if you have some money at the National. And I'll be doing the National on a card buying on a budget. But you go there to hang out with people and friends and have a fun time. Yeah, well, we can do that. Yeah, Mike. This year we'll do the Don Ross instead of like the '91 Fleer. I'm geesh, I don't get it. And by the way, speaking of the national, this weekend is 3 months from National Week. Just to let everybody know, if you, I meant to put up a thing. Probably why there's hard to get uh, seats at the national. Let me see if I can't pull it up real quick. Bobbles had it on Carlos's show a couple of weeks ago. You can see it at the national website.
That would be his clue. It's 9:00.
Is it 9 o'clock? Yeah, it is.
I heard your alarm go off.
No, it's not alarm. It's I got somebody message me or something. So this right here is the floor plan for the national. Okay, for people that haven't gone there before, so when you come in the main entrance right here, it used to be just this side, and you went right back here. This would be the autograph area, right? And you had your case breaks and all that would be here. Well, now they done opened up each side, so you come in and get your tickets, and you can go in either way. And I guess you can walk behind here to get to both sides. But all of this on this side is for this year. And it says corporate over here, but it looks like they got corporate all of this and this. So
Scott,
yeah.
I think Mike was trying to jump on. I think he's got an old link though in the chat there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. Try that. So I sent this to my group that I'm going with, and because we were trying to figure out why it was so hard so early that we could. I mean, when I say early, I mean like I was looking in October and November of 2022 to try to find rooms, and this is crazy how many tables this is. I have, they opened it up back here last time, but they still had the this is where the autographs were last year still, and it stopped here. So you came in, you couldn't get back here. You had to walk in through this way and go around. But it's a lot bigger. And I was just wanting to show you. You can see this on the dealer information on the channels. What's up? What's up, Mike?
What's up, Mike?
What's going on, fellas? How are you?
All right,
sir.
Yeah, let me get this. So you're telling me that Don Ross. Now, is this for Panini altogether when you say this?
I believe it's for all Panini baseball products going forward, as far as I know. And I believe it starts with 2023 Donruss.
Right.
So if you go to their sell sheet, which is what they use to try and entice fools to order, pallets of cases,
Right.
like all the featured cards. It's rated prospects, 50 of baseball's top minor league standouts, and their highlighted guys: Termarr Johnson for Pittsburgh, which I don't know much about him. Jackson Holiday. Then they've got Cooperstown insert featuring Nolan Ryan, Mr. 3000, so some guys with 3,000 hits, Pete Rose, pennant winners, Warren Spahn. I mean, there'll be autographs like Ichiro and some of those guys, but obviously that stuff is a little less desirable, generally speaking, to
Right.
most collectors. I mean, obviously some people embrace Panini unlicensed products, but I would say they are far less popular as a whole. So that's coming out
So-
May 10th.
So it's basically Leaf. I mean,
More or
that's-
less. And then there's some word that Leaf, might become part of Panini soon. So we'll see if that's becomes
did you
true.
say
or not.
Trevor? Did you say Trevor Bauer? Because Carlos said, "Don't forget him." Trevor Bauer.
I do know one of our favorite influencers who's like fired up that Trevor Bauer's, over in Japan playing. I think it's because he has a portfolio filled with his cards, and he's hoping anyone.
Oh, well, I know.
might wanna-
Well, over there, his fetishes are just kind of normal stuff. So he's okay in Japan. I saw one of his videos. And he still got the same woman with that his manager. So
The agent,
when he was
yeah.
trying to buy, why he didn't have a baseball glove with him, I didn't understand that part. But
It was. I actually saw the episode where he tried to buy a glove.
uh-huh.
They are so restrictive on the glove that you can't buy one in the United States. He went to like Dick's Sporting Goods to try to find one. There's like it can't be certain colors. It can't be niche matched.
Right.
It's crazy.
So,
like no
what you gotta
laces
buy?
and stuff.
You got to have a Japanese brand glove.
Yeah, that's what he had to do. He had to get a glove in Japan.
Okay.
Even his
All right.
cleats.
I'm
even his
sure he
cleats
can
was an
afford
issue.
it. So
Oh yeah, even the cleats was an issue.
Jeez.
I thought that was
no,
crazy.
He pitched the game already, right? Didn't he pitch already?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Probably.
I believe he pitched the other night.
Who's he playing for? I don't really.
I don't know. You got the wrong guy on for the Trevor Bauer.
All right. Yeah,
saga.
he
I don't
did his
know.
live earlier. He did a live earlier today. I should have
Yeah,
asked.
he did. I was on there for a few minutes, but I had some
Yeah.
family in town that was leaving, so I could only hang for a couple. I'll have to watch that one on the replay. I did see he was still showing off some Juan Soto stuff.
Trying to explain his 7. But yeah, that's crazy to me that Panini. Why would you have some integrity and just not do? You don't owe MLB by making them. You can't be making money. It must be so cheap to produce. That just shows how if you don't have licensing, how
so they're
cheap
going
it
to
is
show
to
off
produce
guys
this
like
stuff.
Ichiro. I'm sure they have to pay Ichiro something, but there's probably like 10 Ichiro autographs. I'm going to go out on a limb and say most of the Hall of Fame autographs are going to be your run-of-the-mill guys that you can, they can get to sign 1,000 autographs pretty cheap. Your Raleigh Fingers, Goose Gossett, the same guys that are in, a ton of products. So, and then you're going to have the young guys, and the young guys, they hand them a brick of 5,000 cards and give them like a $500 check. So I guess overall their production cost is probably pretty low. They know what people are paying for the baseline products, or what they are. So I'm sure they make money in the end. The retailers don't know what the hell they're doing. You'll see that kind of crap in Walmart and Target like crazy, I'm sure.
Right. Well, because my thing is too is like I wonder how it's working now that the minor leagues have a union, their own union now. So I wonder if you guys sign with the unions starting forward to have these minor league players.
I got a question for you two in the chat. Anyone know who Kelly Rangham is?
No.
I ain't never heard that.
Oh, he was in Allen Ginter Chrome in 2021. I don't know who the hell he is. I didn't read the back of it. Slow pitch softball. I don't know. The point is, I'm packing some stuff that I sold on eBay.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
And he bought his own card, so
that's the guy who's just standing there. It looks like a big goon with the baseball cap on, with the bat on his shoulder, right?
Did you say he bought his own card?
He did. I've had a lot of that lately. Some guy in 2022 Ginter Chrome, some dude who's like, he has something to do with what the hell's the band called? I forget what the hell the band is called now. Ed would know. I don't know, but that dude bought like 3 of his own cards from me.
They're probably buying them and signing them and then selling them.
Probably.
That's a trip.
It's amazing.
They're hoping to get it.
Start to see that. I mean,
That's
I'm happy he's buying it.
MLB Union is on the table. Not sure if it's official. Maybe it is. Not sure. Well, Victor, just to let you know, a couple of weeks ago, they came to an agreement with the minor leaguers about payment. So I thought it was official on some capacity. No, they didn't join it. They got their own players union. I thought it was because they just got a pay raise and they got insurance, which are 2 big things they've been wanting. So it wasn't. Everybody's like, oh, they got a pay raise. So now if you're playing single A ball, you make like $21,000 a year. So it's not too crazy. Let's relax a little bit. But that's funny. Geez, because I have a few of that guy. I know who exactly you talk about with that softball player. I have a few of his cards. I don't have the chrome. I just got the base, the regular ones.
Well, load them up on eBay. Maybe he'll stop by and buy them.
$20 each.
How much was this? This one was $2.99.
Well, thank you. Yeah, Victor, research that. See how that's going to come about. Yeah, because I was, when that came about, I kind of want to throw it out there in the atmosphere about how the minor league, how they're if that was a true thing, right? How like doing draft pro debut, because pro debut actually has minor league uniforms, minor league stadiums. I know they have to get agreements with the minor league. I know the minor league system has a thing that you can sign an agreement with because the baseball game has it, but I don't know about the players.
MLB Players Association, they are representing the minor leagues.
Okay, they are. Thank you very much.
All 30 team owners agreed to it.
The Pittsburgh Pirates. Are they
best team in Pennsylvania, best team in the National League, I think.
They got the best record?
I don't know. They're like 16-7. I don't know what's going on.
I watched a couple of their games because they're fun to watch. I love them. They're calling them the Young Bucks. If anybody watches wrestling,
McCutcheon and the Young Bucks.
Yeah, they're calling them the Young Bucks, and I think that's pretty clever. I think that is they got some, but the problem is to sell any of that, you're going to have to get some rights from the guys that.
Hey, Ed's here.
Yeah,
Ed, what team's your boy Bauer on? We know you're following him. I think he bought the Japanese package to watch all Bauer's starts.
Only allowed if the mascot shows. They call them that, the Young Bucks. When they winning, that's what they've been calling them. I wonder if Brian Roberts still wants out. Bay Sox? That's a team in Japan? Japan Bay Sox? What are they?
I think Ed is now going to the National for 2 reasons. One, to hit up that sandwich shop he loves, and 2 to hit up our boy Robert over at Prestige Collectibles for the very first Trevor Bauer Japanese card release.
This has always been my question. When Japanese players come to America, they have a rookie card in MLB. So is Trevor Bauer's card a Japanese rookie card?
We'll have to
Well, that's
ask
my
some of the
question.
experts.
I'm
gonna say yeah.
I've been asking Eric Thames was an MLB flop, went to Korean League, was a superstar. Was his rookie card in Korea rookie? Yes.
Victor agrees with me.
Huh?
Victor agreed with me.
He's yes. Yokohama Dene Bay Stars. Okay. If you say so, Wesker Griff. Yeah, Prestige he'll have all the Trevor Bauers you would want. Probably even some used jock straps. Slightly worn.
I'm hoping Ed's not that big of a fan, but to each their own.
All right. Well, with seeing that, I think we kind of ran our course tonight. Different market power should have its own official Japanese rookie card. I would think so, Victor. I've been, wondering that. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Thanks for all the chats and everything. Thanks for spending. Carlos, you missed Emo Scott earlier, but I told you to get back to laughing, and we are. So just keep grinding. Enjoy the hobby. Ed said it great today. Enjoy it in your own means. Enjoy it the way you want to enjoy it. Don't go outside your means. Make that dollar card just as enjoyable as $1,000 card. I can tell you it's the same guy on the same piece of cardboard, just printed on a different day. Just keep that in mind.
Collect a little bit of everything.
Right.
Like you're in my mail day where we both got some really good players, some Hall of Fame caliber players, and then you get some losers too. Like I bought a Joe Roa card. Any of you guys here, Joe Roa? Probably not. Travis Lee. I mean, if you were prospecting back in 1997, sure, but
Right. Yeah, and it's funny. I come across those old '90s, early '90s, '80s Phillies cards, and I'm like, I wonder what Ed and Mike would say about these.
You see my avatar right there on the screen?
Steve Jobs.
Saw that bad boy at an auction this weekend. Did I bid on that lot? No, but did I take a picture of it and send it to Pepino? Absolutely.
There you go, cardboard. I love this. Enjoy what you already have. Don't focus too much on what you don't have. And as collectors, I didn't buy anything in November, and I didn't miss it. I really still enjoyed the hobby. I got to really reflect on what I already have. So I just want to thank everybody. Please hit the thumbs up if you haven't. Do what Jeff does. Give me a smile in the down below if that's all we can do. And please, if you haven't, subscribe. I am really, really stuck on this flat number right now, just sitting there. And if you haven't, please let a friend know. Or I really want to thank my hobby, the guys on here that do. A lot of people mention me in their videos and everything. I want to give a shout out to them, but I think I have a lot to offer, and I think I like to be the comedian in the room and have fun with what we're doing. And always want to thank Natsman for taking the time to join me, man. Miss you, brother.
You're welcome.
So until next time, like, share, tell a friend, and we'll see ya.
Go Phillies.
Deuces.
Go.